Hello fellow climbers, my name is Luke Cain and I am an average climber. I'm putting this channel together to get other average climbers and beginning level climbers out of the gym, off the plastic, outside, and onto some real rock. Half of what I love about this sport is the fact that I get to get outside, breathe the fresh air, hike around, enjoy the wilderness, and climb around on huge friggin' boulders. It's kind of awesome. I want to share my love of this sport with all of you out there. I also am putting this channel together to make people more comfortable with the outside. I know a lot of people are intimidated about coming outside, and I want to help get rid of that. It is a little bit scarier than the gym. You're gonna have to bring your own pads, but this is the best part of the whole sport. It's awesome. So I'm gonna be doing videos that are basically how to get to the bouldering areas, what you're gonna need once you get there, and then a couple of walkthroughs of some climbs in the V0 to V4 range, just again to get everyone comfortable with being outside and climbing on real rock. All right, today we're at Independence Pass at an area called the Upper Bouldering Field, aka the Bulldog Boulders. This particular bouldering area is 11.1 miles if you're coming in from Aspen, or 25.7 miles if you're coming from Twin Lakes. Once you get here, you're gonna look for a pullout on the north side of the road. It's kind of hard to miss. It's a pretty big parking lot, and you'll be able to see most of the rocks from the street. And I love this place. Literally park, and here you are. I've climbed at some places where you hike in 2.5 miles up 1,000 feet of elevation. This place is much easier than that. You literally park, you pull your pads out, and here you are.
Alright, to get to the first boulder that we're going to be climbing on today, we'll park in the west side of the parking lot and follow a little trail west out of the parking lot. You'll follow that trail for literally 20 seconds. You'll come to a big, huge rock, and that is the Other Warmup Boulder, and that is where we're going to start our adventure for today.
So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you the V1 that's on here. This way. Okay, so now we're just a scotch right of where we were at. There's a big huge flake right here that's got a lot of chalk on it. It's got an X on here. Up at the Bulldog Boulders, people seem really good about marking the loose rock. You can kind of hear it. It sounds hollow. It just means that at some point somebody's going to be wrenching on this, and this whole section right here is going to pop right off. We're not going to use that. What I want to use is, there's a big crimp right here, right next to this big white flake, and that's what we're going to use. This problem is just a contrivance. When you come outdoors, basically you look for where the most chalk is, you reference the guidebook, the mountain project, and then from there you kind of do the best that you can. Outdoor climbing really isn't about competing with other people or being the best. It's more about getting outside, kind of competing with yourself, and yeah, doing the best that you can. So let's do this real quick. We're going to start here and on this crimp. Okay, so now we've done our V1s on the front side. Now we got to get off the rock. Unlike indoor climbing, you gotta have a down climb. We actually get on top of the whole rock, and then you gotta figure out a way to get down. So with this one, we're actually on the exact opposite side of the face that we just climbed. Here it's like a V, probably less than a V0. So it'd be like a V-1, but just gonna kind of grab onto the big holds here, use this terribly modified staircase to get down, and there you go. I also like down climbs for people who are still trying to get comfortable outside. If you don't want to do a graded climb, try the down climbs first and see how that goes for you. It'll get you used to being outside, get you used to that rock, and yeah, hopefully build you a little bit of confidence. You can get on some harder ones later. All right, so that is the warm-up boulder. So now we're just going to be heading over here to the dynamic blocks. It's about 20 yards from the warm-up boulder, and we're going to do V2 on that one. So, all right, let's do that. We are out here at the dynamic blocks now. We're about 20 yards from where we started at the warm-up boulder. We just came a little bit east. If you're standing out here, you can totally see them. They're not hard to find. This is an area where nothing is very hidden. It's all pretty open and about, at the most, a 5-minute walk from the parking lot. So, on the dynamic blocks, it's referring to this rock here and this one over here. This one over here, the tree has kind of grown out and over everything, so it's going to be a little bit hard to climb on this one. I just kind of leave this guy alone. Most of my attention is on this dynamic block right here. Today, I'm going to do the V2 for you and just kind of show you what that's like. There's a couple other problems on here, a 4 and a 7. We're not going to worry about those today. We're just going to do this 2 real quick. Well, let me show you the little drop move on here. Get on this big, huge block. Get our feet somewhere comfy. Toss to the top. Alright, now this is our... I love the down climb on this one because it's literally a giant staircase. So this is a nice down climb, nice little problem. It's a good warm up. All right, on to our next boulder. All right, guys, we're at the warm up boulder. This boulder is the first one you're gonna run into when you pull into the parking lot. You can't miss it. You can literally park right next to it, open your door, drop your pads, and start climbing. It's kind of awesome. There are problems on this rock ranging from V3 all the way up to V7. I'm gonna do the V4 for you today because it's a fun one and I like it and I want to show you. So let's do it. Alright guys, the down climb for this one, fairly straightforward. Gonna come to the north end of the boulder, and like so many rocks up here, kind of a modified staircase. It's gonna kind of wander down, and boom, you're off the rock. Alright, that's all the time and energy I have for today. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I've made you a little bit more comfortable to come outside and get onto some real rock. So the last thing I want to talk about before we head out is leaving no trace and litter. These areas are beautiful. We want to keep them beautiful. Please, if you're coming out here, try to stay on the path, minimize your impact as much as possible. I've even gone one step further, and I bring a trash bag with me so I can pick up other people's litter. Got cigarette butts and old tape and stuff. This does not help the environment. Please, if you pack it in, pack it out. All right, enough preaching for me today. Please join me for the next videos as we explore more of Independence Pass. Till then, happy climbing, guys.